have made it here. Yes, yes, you got to be locked in. You got to be locked in. We know we're beauty professionals in the game. I myself was a beauty professional for over 15 years in Miami, leading the pack. And I found myself that I was making plenty money, but still didn't have any foundation, any structure. I looked up 10 years, 12 years, 15 years later, and still didn't have much to show for it, or any structure, any foundation, any platform to really stand on. If I wasn't taking more clients, I wasn't making any more money. Okay. So I knew that I had to change that. I knew I had to put something in place as I'm watching all these other professions make plenty money and do well, buying these nice cars and having real investments, being able to take vacations and stuff like that. I didn't have that luxury, even though I was still making plenty money. Okay. So came across the funding, and the rest is history. The rest is history. Same thing with Millionaire Barber. I really want to congratulate Shin and put it in the forefront, because there are a few people that really understand that if you don't have a game plan, that you will for sure die behind that chair. You will continue chasing clients, chasing that dopamine, that $200-300 fix, where it will not give you longevity. You will surely die and quake behind that chair. So I am more than excited to see that I'm not the only one trying to help the beauty industry. Millionaire Barber is doing his thing, with the beauty industry. Okay, and I'm on live as well. I'm letting the people know, but I had a few gems I wanted to drop for everyone. So I'm gonna give everyone like a minute to grab your paper and pen, okay? And we're gonna dive into the fundamentals on what you should be doing to get funding, okay? It's not hard. It's all on strategy. It's how you present yourself to these banks, because I want you to know these banks cannot survive off ATM fees and overdraft fees. They need to fund. It is essential for them to fund to small businesses like ourselves, okay? Also, based on the Small Business Administration, which a lot of you guys probably know as the SBA, they look at us as a very essential part of the economy. We provide 65%. And when I say we, I mean small businesses. We provide 65% of the jobs that are taking care of families out here. Okay. So, with that being said, it is in our best interest to get funding so we can continue creating these jobs, continue creating opportunities for one another, because if not, a lot of people will suffer. Okay. So when you walk into the bank, you should walk in with confidence and a sense of pride, in a sense, in knowing that you are doing something that the government is not even doing. You're providing jobs, you're creating opportunities. So there's no reason that you should be afraid to ask for funding. If anything, they should be offering it to you. Okay. But when they do offer it to you, you need to be ready. Okay. So, first things first, let's start with credit. Okay. A lot of people believe that you can get funding with bad credit, which indeed you can. Okay. However, when you get funding with bad credit, it's going to be extremely expensive. Okay. Meaning the interest rates will be very high. Okay. And it will depend on you having income, meaning you will have either IRS back statements, IRS tax returns, excuse me, or bank statements. Okay. And it would have to show a substantial amount of income where now they will let you borrow on your income. Okay. The way we do funding here, we go for funding that is either stated or projected income, meaning no documentation. Okay. So to have no documentation funding or stated or projected income, you have to present yourself as a low risk to the bank strategy. Okay. So, first and foremost is your credit structure. Okay. Your credit structure should say, first and foremost, time, your credit history. You should have at least 5 years of combined credit history. What that means is you need to have various accounts that you've been juggling for at least 5 years. Okay. That will show that you have experience. Same thing with being a hairstylist or a barber or getting a school. The government wants to know that you have experience. That's why it takes 12 months prior to them approving you, so forth and so on. No one's trying to go into business with someone that's a rookie. Okay. So the bank is looking for experience. Okay. Second thing you want to take into account is your hard inquiries. Okay. Hard inquiries, you should have a minimum of 2 hard inquiries within the last 6 months. The thing with that is, hard inquiries are basically tattletailers. They are telling the bank, hey, Chin has been using his credit to go to different companies looking for money or looking for credit or looking for some type of income. Okay. And when they don't see that the hard inquiry ties to an account, that means you were denied. And that means your credit was no good. And that means they should deny you too. Another thing inquiries tell on you is they also say, hey, Chin is quite hungry for money right now. He's all over the place looking for money. So I don't think you should give him money right now. So you will also get denied if you have too many hard inquiries. The maximum you should have is 2 inquiries within the last 6 months. The way we work, again with strategy, to ensure that you get approved, we eliminate the inquiries altogether. If it is not tied to an account, we remove it. Period. We don't care if it was a year old, 2 years old, 6 months old, we remove it because we don't want to leave things up to chance. Okay. The next thing is new accounts. When you have an abundance of new accounts, that's another red flag. Because even though the inquiries may not show that you were shopping all around, it also indicates that you are using your credit a lot. Okay. So you don't want to have a whole bunch of new accounts. Okay. That's the easy stuff. Another thing that's quite easy is your name. Okay. And a lot of people overlook this when cleaning their credit or going to apply for credit or funding anything. If you have numerous names and numerous addresses, numerous jobs, even numerous spouses and phone numbers on your personal information, it indicates that you're unstable. You're all over the place. Banks don't like that. They want to see you with one name, one address, one phone number, one job. I wouldn't even list a spouse. Another thing that is important with that, every name and every address, even the phone number, even the job, it ties to an ID number within the credit bureaus. When you are looking to dispute something negative off of your credit report and they tie it to either an address or a name or a phone number, that gives them room to validate the debt. Credit bureaus work on a 3-point validation, meaning they need either a name, an address, a phone number, a name, a social, a job. just 3 points of validation, and they send you back a letter saying, well, this debt was validated and we are not removing it. Okay, you're making their job easier for them. So now they don't go through the proper steps of sending your dispute to the creditor, having them show the original agreement with your they don't go through those steps of validation, showing you the correspondence. No, they validate through the address. Well, this address is on his credit report along with this phone number. This has to be his debt. They take the shortcuts. We end up losing. So the first things first when disputing and cleaning up your credit is you want to make sure it is tailored. One name, one address, one phone number, blase squaze. That's the easy part. The next portion is derogatories. Derogatories can come in the form of late payments, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcy, foreclosure, student debt. All of these things have to be null and void. You cannot have any of them on your credit. So I have clients at times that come to me and indeed they have a 700 credit score and they are still being denied. Reason being is the credit score only determines your interest rate. The data points along that credit is what determines you being approved. So if you have late payments galore, you will be denied. If you have charge-offs, you will be denied. Okay, it doesn't matter that you have a 700 credit score, because a lot of people are using credit building apps like Self and Kickoff, and they're paying $5 a month and it's reporting points every month for them. Yep, it's shooting them up. But the data points is saying this person is irresponsible. Don't let them borrow a penny. That's what it's saying about you. Or if you do let them borrow, charge them to the max so you can make your money on the front end, because it's a good chance they won't make it to the back end. Okay? The next thing that is very important that a lot of people overlook, even if you have a high credit score and you have no derogatories, if your highest credit card is only $500 worth of a credit limit, you will only get about $700 to $1,000 from the bank. Banks move on comparable credit, meaning they're copycats. If Navy Federal only gave you $500, I'm not taking the risk. I'm only going to give you $500 or $1,000. I'll be graceful and give you $1,000. So you need your credit to show large amounts of credit. Okay? If you do not have that, there are ways that you can build that through either trade lines, okay? And you can go to Tradeline Supply, tradelinesupply.com, write it down, where you can even use their calculator and determine how many trade lines you need to add. But with Tradeline Supply, you'll definitely be able to choose a few trade lines to add on there. Trade lines can either help you with the time, the credit history, and it can help you with the amounts. Okay? Another thing is, if you have a family member, a friend that you know is uber responsible and that has credit cards with large amounts, okay, prior to you saying, hey, could you put me on your credit card as an authorized user, you also want to check the history. Because if they have late payments, the late payments will show up on your credit. If they're maxed out, it will show up on your credit. So not only do they have to have a large amount, it has to be a very low utilization rate. Okay, that's going to be my next point, a very low utilization rate. But another way you can get trade lines added is you can use something called Credit Strong. Okay, creditstrong.com is a great company because they allow you to have large amounts of credit reported to your credit report in your name. Primary user, that's key. Beautiful. Okay, they charge you a monthly rate, but the beauty of it is once you're done paying it, you get all your money back. It's a savings account. You make an investment every month, they charge you a small usage fee, and you get 90% of your money back, maybe 95% of your money back. Right now, they have a 0% interest, so you get all your money back. And you can do that either for your personal credit or your business credit. And there are other companies that do the same. Use Google. Google it up, do your research, read the reviews, but the information is out there. Okay? But Credit Strong is something that we use all the time. Another thing that is very important, okay? And then write in the comments if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Please let me know that I'm not talking for my health here. Let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down right now. All right. All right. Can I get a few more yeses? Fire emoji, something. Let me know you feeling me right now. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Utilization rate. Okay. Thank you. Don't be stressed. We're going to get you together. We're going to get you together. Perfect, guys. Utilization rate. Utilization rate. Very, very important. You're so very welcome, Amina. All right, guys. Utilization rate, very important. A lot of people on social media say you need to be under 30%. Not bad. But if you want to go to a bank and get the most money and get the biggest bang for your buck, you want to be under 10%. So if you have a $20,000 credit card, you want to be under $2,000 that is used on that card. Reason being, that shows control. That not only does this person have a lot of money, they're only using a small amount because why? They're either responsible or the business is making enough money to cover their bills. So even though they're using it, by the end of the 30 days, it's paid back down. Okay? What I want you guys to understand is when you're getting funding from a bank, okay, you are essentially saying to the bank, I want to be your business partner. You put up the cash and I'm going to put up the sweat equity. And the bank is going to say, great. And they're going to come back to you and say, let me see if I want to be in business with you by checking your credit report and your business credit. Your credit report has to say you're responsible, meaning you have no late payments, no derogatories, no nothing. You're not thirsty. You're not using your credit everywhere. Your hard inquiries are not through the roof. You know how to balance a checkbook and you know how to properly do business. That's why your utilization rate is low. You're stable. That means you don't have a whole bunch of names, a whole bunch of addresses, so forth and so on. And you're so savvy, you can juggle a lot of money. So you have 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 worth of credit available to you. And you've been doing this for a long time. So it's not a fluke. You have credit history that's over 5 years old. Okay? So that right there is how your credit should be structured. And if I can share my screen, I would put up a screenshot of it and you guys can take a picture of it if Chen would allow me to.
Of course, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the screen. Excuse me, I'm not that good with social media, so with computers, so I have to hold on. I have to figure out where I put it because I put it on my desktop. This was not the screen I was trying to share. Okay, so this is an ebook that will help you guys repair your credit, which because of Chen, okay, I am going to give it to you guys. I am going to drop a link. You can either schedule a call with me and or give me send me your email and I will send it to you guys to give you guys a head start, okay? Because having that school is extremely important, okay? But let me see if I am able to move. Okay, I can. So here we go. Excuse me, guys. Can you guys see my screen?
No, it's black right now.
Oh, it's black. Okay, hold on. Okay, new share. Bam. Got it. Can you see it now?
Yes.
All right, perfect. You guys go ahead and take a picture of this. You see 100% payment history, credit card utilization 6%, but it can definitely be 10%, okay? You need derogatory marks 0. Age of credit history, they put 7 years and 4 months, okay? This is a strenuous setup right here. It can definitely be 5 years. But if we can get you, if you can push it to 7 years, again, this is ways that you walking out of your funding sequence with 250 plus. Okay. 22 accounts. You can get away with 10. With the correct 5, we can even maneuver with that. If you have the correct 5. Okay. But 10 is a good number to hit. Okay. And that can be a credit card, that could be a car note, that could be a mortgage, the different accounts. That's also something important. Different types of accounts is an amazing look because it shows diversity. Hard inquiries, it says 1, you can get away with 2. Okay. All right. And these are just different banks. As you notice, Navy Federal Credit Union. Okay, they pull from TransUnion and Equifax. 20K on the personal side, 20K on the business side. That's 40 grand. PenFed Credit Union, they pull from Equifax and Experian. That's 35K of a personal loan. You already up to what? What that is, 75? You got enough to already start your school right there. And if you're really savvy, you go to Key Bank, they pull from Equifax, they'll give you 50K of a business line of credit. That allows you to have that school running for 12 months. And here go to First Tech Credit Union, they pull from Experian. They'll give you 15K of a line of credit, 25K in credit cards. That's going to allow you to do what you need to do to be able to have that school up and running, or maybe get into some real estate. But these are different lines right here that I'm giving you on top of this. Of course, most of them you need a bank account. On top of you having that bank account, you want to show some positive income coming in there. Okay, I don't want you to think it's sweet, like these banks are dumb. But if you properly, strategically set yourself up, you absolutely can go in and get this money. Okay? Did everybody get a picture of it? Will you talk more about getting funding and how to get the lines of credit for your business? Right here, Andrew. It's right here. Here go a line of credit with Key Bank. Okay? One thing I will tell you, when getting a line of credit, you want to read through your terms. Okay? Some banks have a clause that they do not want you to have multiple lines of credit. Okay? So, of course, Key Bank is showing that it's giving you more. I would go for Key Bank first, then go for First Tech. Because First Tech may just deny you because they might see you already have a line of credit with Key Bank. All right? Now, as far as the process, Andrew, okay, as far as the process, it's about cleaning this credit, okay, and having that business credit show that you are a low risk business, okay? As far as your income, newborn, typically I say if you open up an account with them, now if okay, let me reel it back. If your credit and your business structure is top of the line, you can go in, open the account on Monday and apply for this on Tuesday. But banks have gotten a lot tighter as of late. So by depositing 10 times a month, okay? 10 times a month, listen to me. If you have $1,000 a month, that's the most money you make, right? You make it $1,000 a month, excuse me, you're gonna divide that in 10 and deposit that in the account, okay? Now that will determine how much they're willing to lend you. You follow me? That will play a factor, should I say, how much they're willing to lend you. But if you could deposit 10K a month, plus have all of this ready, you could walk away with 100 grand per bank. Okay? Okay? So with the business credit, let me explain this to you guys because this is very important. First and foremost, you do not want a sole proprietor bank, okay? 4K monthly is good, newborn. 4K monthly is good. You go to 5 banks at 25K each, that's 125K. You got to work with what you got to get what you want. Okay? You just make it look good. All on strategy. Okay? So let's bring it back. Who wants to hear about business credit? Let me know. Let me get some fires in the chat. Because if you're ready for the business credit, I can lay it on real thick and I can lay it real fast. Let's go, people. Let's go. Let's let Millionaire Barber know we appreciate him for using his platform to give you guys what you need to be successful. That is imperative. Let's go. All right. So with business credit, first and foremost, you do not want to be a sole proprietor. Yes, let's stay chin in that chat. It's very important. Being a sole proprietor is not going to get you what you need because a sole proprietor means you are a limited business. You can't hire anyone. You're the only one in there. Sole means one person. We don't want that. You want to be a LLC and above. LLC, S Corp, C Corp, and there are other corporations, okay? A lot of people do have S Corps, C Corps, LLCs, sole proprietors, and they feel like, wow, maybe I should have opened up this type of business or this type of business as far as business entities, okay? You can always change your entity with some forms in your state, okay? So if you have a sole proprietor, don't worry. Go ahead and just file the paperwork with your Secretary of State, okay? And switch it over to LLC. Simple. Next. All right, Bridget. You following too. I appreciate it. All right. What you want to do, once you file that paperwork, you get that switched over. Perfect. Now, a lot of times people will say, oh, I don't have an LLC. I had one back in the day and it closed out. Who cares? Go reopen it. It could have been dormant for 6 years. Don't matter. Go reopen it. You're going to have to pay to reopen it, but go reopen it. The reason why I'm saying that is you need your business entity to be 2 years and older. A lot of banking institutions will not even consider you if you do not have 2 years of a business entity. Okay? You will not have the consideration of even being looked at if you do not have a 2-year institute. Meaning, if your LLC is younger than 2 years, you will have to show up a lot stronger. You will have to have that income coming into their bank. Okay? Excuse me, I'm sorry. You will have to have at least 5,000 sitting in their accounts. Now, I know a lot of you beauty professionals, we make that money. That's not a problem. So sometimes you got to do it anyway. Go ahead and let that money sit in there. Okay? In addition to that, when you open up an LLC, okay, or a business entity, you want to have your EIN, okay? Go to irs.gov. It is completely free. irs.gov will allow you to have an EIN for absolutely free, okay? Now, with that EIN, it is like the social for your business. If you notice, an EIN has 9 digits, and so does your social. Okay, that is the lifeline of your business. I want you to understand, when you are opening up a business entity, you also want to do it in a name that is vague. I'm not going to say frivolous. You want to do it in a vague name, meaning you don't want to put logistics or real estate. You don't want to put that. You want to put enterprise, incorporation, very vague names. They shouldn't know. I'm not going to say they shouldn't, but it's best for you for them to not prejudge your business based on its name. Okay? Next, after you open up your business entity, you got your irs.gov, okay? To fast forward this whole thing, you can go to Dun and Bradstreet, okay, and begin your credit profile, or you can go to nav.com. That is nav.com, nav.com. Nav.com will allow you to begin your business credit. Your business credit is extremely important, just like your personal credit. Okay? Is everyone still up to date? Are you guys still picking up what I'm putting down? Let me see some fire in the chat so I know you guys are following me and I'm not speaking for my own health here. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen. You guys should definitely have this picture by now. Okay? Perfect, 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 guys. So you want to have it. Perfect, Bridget. Perfect. Let's go. You want to have nav.com. Nav.com is roughly about $40 a month. Nav.com will give you a lot of indication on your business credit health. It will also report 2 trade lines to your credit, your business credit, that is. Okay? You must link a business bank account. Okay? So yes, you need a business bank account. You're going to use your EIN and go get a business bank account. So that actually comes before nav.com. I apologize. Put that before nav.com. Business bank account. Okay? Then you're going to go to nav.com and link your business bank account, and you're going to apply for the 2 trade lines. It is included in your $40 a month, like $30 a month, something like that. Or you can get right now 3 months at a one-time charge of $119. Can't beat it. $120 will help them report to your credit, because for your personal credit, you need to be a minimum of a 680 credit score to be considered for banking to business funding, okay, with most banks. And with the business credit, you need to be an 80 PAYDEX score to be able to qualify for funding, okay? Not only do you need a few trade lines, so you want to do your standard U line, that's ULINE. You want to do your Granger, GRAINGER. Okay, yep, U line, that's right. Okay, you can Granger, that's right. You can order house supplies, you can order things for the school, this, that, and the third. Okay, and you're going to pay it back before the bill hits. Okay. Okay. Yes, Zandra, you are going to go to Dun and Bradstreet. Okay. Now, the thing with Dun & Bradstreet, okay, with NAV, once they start using that EIN and stuff, it's going to generate a Dun & Bradstreet number, or you can go ahead and call Dun & Bradstreet and have them populate one for you, okay? But I like to avoid having multiple Dun & Bradstreet numbers, so I begin to use the credit and it will automatically populate one for you. But either or, it's very effective, okay? So if I will give you 3 months backdated, or for going forward, like if you do 120 plan, will it generate a score? Not a score right away. No, Lacey, not right away. It has to populate, meaning you have to use it, you have to pay it back. So what they're going to do with nav.com, they are going to allow you to get it's like a net 30. So what a net 30 is that it's like a charge card. They allow you to use a certain amount and you have 30 days to pay it back. With nav.com, once you utilize it, so let's say you make a purchase on Monday for $50, on Tuesday, they're going to go in your bank account and take their $50. But then in return, they're going to report that you have now made a purchase, and they're going to report to your business credit, generating a score for you. So it won't be right away. The 3 months will accumulate, and make a 80 Paydex score. Okay. Now, again, same thing. Just last week, I was working with the client, and we checked everything. She has really good personal credit, really good business credit, but all her credit wasn't reporting. Her business credit wasn't reporting properly. Okay. So we had to make sure it was reporting properly. In addition to that, we had to make sure that it was reporting a substantial amount. This is where it gets a little tricky with business credit. NAV is going to report, some income is going to look good. But if you want large amounts from the bank, you are going to have large installments. You're going to have large installments on your business credit. Okay? That is going to allow you to show the banks that you are making large purchases. You have access to large credit. Okay? And again, they will do comparable credit. Because if the bank is looking at your credit and they say, I don't see why Lacey's business needs 50,000. She's been doing fine on 2,000. Why would I go and give her 50,000? She's not going to chance on my dime. Okay. So you want to show them that you have large trade lines as well on your business side. So you can get credit cards through Amex, things like that, but they want to see a history beforehand. So to build that credit, you can go again through Credit Strong. Okay. Credit Strong is a little more pricier when it comes to the business credit. However, you get the money back once you close the account. It will report to your credit, and it is like a savings account. You will get the money back. It's a 3-4 month fight, but once you get through that 3-4 months, you know that you're going into funding with confidence that you are going to get approved. Okay, so I will say this, funding is never a guarantee because banks change their policies all the time, but they cannot deny a good business. You follow me? Tell me, do you guys understand when I say that they cannot deny a good business? You guys get that? Perfect. Okay? They want to do business with good businesses. Okay? They want to loan you the money. They want to get that interest back. because they know you need the money to make more money, and they want to make more money from their money. Okay? They give liquidity, you give sweat equity. Simple. But you have to present yourself as a low risk business. All right? I want to definitely open up the floor for questions. I don't know if that's how you run. Chin, you let me know how you do that, or you can ask in the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Act as if it's your platform. Do whatever.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, does anyone have any questions? Because you can definitely
I
ask.
got a question. Okay. You shared so much information that you overloaded my brain. And I
I
don't
know.
know if other people on here like that. I'm the type of person where I'm kind of slow. So I like dealing with a person one-on-one, like on a phone call, and they walk me step by step by step. So is that something that you do? And if so, can you put your link up, a number, or whatever?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we definitely hold strategy sessions for each of our clients because we know it is a lot. It's a lot of information and it can be overwhelming. So I'm gonna put my link in the bio and in the comments, should I say, and you guys can definitely book a session. We'll take our time. It'll be one-on-one. I'll go through your credit report with you and really break it down based on what you have going and to where we are headed. I want to let you know we don't work with everyone. You have to have certain things in place because we work very hard to cultivate our bank associations. We don't just send you into the bank blindly. We don't just put in applications online. You actually work hand in hand with the bank rep that will be getting you the funding. With that being said, you have to be someone of integrity because we're not forging paperwork. Da, da, da. You have to be ready, and we're going to get you to the finish line. Simple. But I will definitely give you an abundance of information. We help with so many different things. Not only do we help you with the funding, we also help you with financial planning. That is very important. If somebody would have helped me with that when I was a hairstylist making all that money, I probably wouldn't be right here right now. Okay. I would have borrowed from my own family trust, signed up in Millionaire Barber School a long time ago, and go from there. Okay. Now, Pam, I see you said how long after bankruptcy can you get funding? Bankruptcy, for one, it depends if it's on your credit. Okay. So with bankruptcy, what you want to do, thank you so much, Chair, for resharing that. Um, it can't be on your credit. That's a derogatory, okay? So with bankruptcy, it's not even supposed to be on your credit. The courts do not share that information with credit bureaus, okay? It's a company named Pacer that would get that information and then share it with the credit bureaus. What we do is we actually go through the process of contacting the courts and asking them, hey, did you indeed share this with my credit? And with the credit furnishers, and they'll respond by saying no. Okay. And you use that same letter to now dispute that bankruptcy being on your credit report. It may take one or two rounds because, again, when they know they're breaking the law, yes, Pam, it's not supposed to be on your credit. That's nobody's business. The courts didn't relieve that information. You get what I mean? So once that happens, you use that letter and you provide it to the credit bureaus, TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, CoreLogic, Check System, so many different places, okay, to get that removed off your credit. And once it's removed, it's time to play ball. As long as you don't have nothing else on there, it's time to play ball. The funding sequence that we do takes 7 to 14 days. So if your credit's already ready, your business credit is already ready, let's go. 7 to 14 days, you're in the money. Ready to go. And we work with 4 to 5 banks at a time to maximize your amount that you get. Okay. But again, with bankruptcies, it's not impossible. You are at the mercies of the court as far as the time that it takes for them to respond. But typically, once they respond, okay, and it normally takes like 30, maybe 45 days. Sometimes they may take 2 months, depending on how slow your court system is or how diligent you are. Because I'll be at the court office. Did you get that letter? Did you call them? Did you get the letter? I was wondering if you got the letter. I mean, did you need help for me to send it back out? I'm that type of person. Okay. So you want to push, and make it happen. Once you get it, you provide it to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. And if they're not doing their jobs, you go to CFPB, which is their bosses, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And you say, hey, they're not following their own rules. I gave them this letter 30 days ago. They still haven't responded. Can you make them take this off my credit? And CFPB will do just that. So it's strategies and laws that are in place to protect us. Because again, the United States knows that if we don't have credit to use, that means they're not making interest. The banking institutions are not making interest. These car lots are not making interest. All these businesses that depend on us using our paychecks to pay them with interest are not making money. So with that being said, they put laws in place to protect us. Okay? But the same way laws are made, laws are broken. So you just have to come with the strategy and follow it through. Stick to your guns. Okay? Anybody else? Any more questions? You're so very welcome, Pam. You're so very welcome. Book a strategy session. We can go into more in detail and see exactly where you're at. It's completely free. It doesn't cost you anything for the strategy session. All the information that I give is completely free. If we work together, great. If we don't, that's fine. I'm not pressed. You know, Jehovah provides for me daily, so I'm not even worried about it. But nonetheless, I do give a lot of information to help you on your journey. All right? Because I'm headed down mines too. Any more questions for me, guys? Any more? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I have a question. So you said them 4 or 5 banks, but what if they live out of state? Is this done online or what?
No, we work with banks nationwide. We work with banks nationwide. Natasha, you say it's not allowing you to book. You're probably trying to book too far out, or maybe I'm already booked for the week. Let me check. Yeah, I'm already booked for the week, so I so apologize. What I'm going to do is give me just a few minutes. I'm gonna open my calendar just a little further out to allow you to book. I apologize, Natasha, about that. But we work with banks nationwide. Also, there are banks that have certain footprints in certain areas. Okay, so let's say, for instance, it's not a bank that's within our community, but we already called that bank, got the information from them, whoop, 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 and we're like, you know what? That's a good bank for Natasha. And it's right around the corner from her. We will already set up Natasha, fill out the application, what the number should look like, da 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 da, for Natasha to be approved. Okay. Also, let's say, for instance, you do sign up with one of our banks, and let's say you get a business line of credit, you may have to drive to that bank, even if it's a city away, for you to sign to close the deal. So just get a rental, get comfortable, play some music, and drive to the bank. But again, we work with Chase, PNC, Bank of America, Truist, US Bank. These are banks that are nationwide. Yes, we do absolutely help with the credit repair process. It will be a disservice to not do so. Most credit repair companies, they take some time. With us, we get the process done in 90 days. Reason, we are extremely aggressive when it comes to the credit repair. I don't turn off my live. I'm sorry. We are very aggressive when it comes to the credit repair. Okay. I apologize, guys. When we do the credit repair, we work with an attorney firm that disputes in 5 different ways. They dispute with letters, over the phone, fax, even social media. And of course, did I say letters already? But they dispute in 5 different ways, online as well. You can actually repair your credit, like your name and all of that, right on the Experian, the TransUnion, and the Equifax website. Okay. So it's it's a very extremely aggressive process. And then we don't just do like, oh yeah, this is not mine and take it off. No, we go through the laws. We dive deep in making sure that they know this is why they should take it off. A lot of credit repair, credit collection agencies don't even have license in your state to collect from you. But you won't know that unless you already know where to look for the information. Okay, so we use those type of laws against them. Did they send you a certified letter stating that they were going to put this on your credit? Did you sign the original agreement? Did they give you a chance to dispute it prior to them putting it on your credit? All of these things are in the Fair Credit Reporting Act that they're supposed to follow. And we know that they don't. So we use that to our advantage. So yes, we do help with the credit repair process. Make a long story short. Okay. So Natasha, I'm going to extend my schedule. Give me 1 second.
So if the credit is not good, Crystal, you'll work with everyone to get their credit right and then do the funding.
Correct. Correct. Well, not only the personal credit, also the business credit. We want you to come ready. But if not, we will okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna extend my time towards the afternoon. So as you can see, guys, I don't have that much available. And Saturday morning, I do Bible study and ministry. I can't compromise God time. But I'll put some more time for tomorrow afternoon. And Friday afternoon, Thursday and Friday afternoon. This is strictly for you guys. Okay. But yes, we do help you with both the personal credit and the business credit to make sure you get the funding. Okay. With the funding, we charge a 10% consultation fee. So the full amount that you receive, we get 10% of that. So trust me, we want to get you to the funding. We want to put you in position. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Natasha, go back in and let me know if that works. Hey, Lena. It worked. Thank you so much, Natasha. All right, perfect. So again, I don't have that many slots available. And on the weekends, I take that time to just brush through each and every client to make sure everything is structured. So I don't take any strategy sessions on the weekend, even though we have a team. I like to be on top of things because I know you guys are depending and counting on me to make it to the funding table and actually approve. So I do that due diligence over the weekend. I'm reading over the weekend to see are there any new strategies coming about. We call banks all throughout the week, so we're always adding new banks to our association to give you guys more opportunity in getting funding. So we put in the work, okay? We put in the work. Okay, does anyone else have any more questions for me? Chin, do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm just glad you put that link up so everybody can contact you. And even if you all don't get this link or y'all lose it or whatever, y'all can always reach out to me and I'll connect you all with Crystal.
I appreciate that. Most definitely. Most definitely. Okay. And then we also give gems on, helping with the marketing because that's very important. We want you to be able to afford to pay these things back. We don't want you going into debt. We don't want you messing up the banking relationships that we work hard to build. We want you to be able to get to schools. We want to be a part of building the community. All right. Chin, that looks like I pretty much covered it all from there.
Yes, you did a great job, y'all. Can y'all give it up for Crystal? Put some fire in there if y'all learned something tonight.
The champ is here. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome, guys. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And you
We
can all
always end with a theme song. What's your theme song, hype song, Crystal?
let me think, um you got me. You pick for me because Lord knows I wouldn't even know. You're so welcome, iPhone. You're so welcome, Pam, Natasha. Definitely. Oh, you know what? Right. What's them two sisters' name? Mary, come too far from where I started from. You get what I mean? It ain't the hype song that's gonna keep you crunk, but it's definitely a song that's gonna remind you you've come too far for him to leave you behind now. So just keep going, keep pushing, even when it look crazy out. Have faith and keep going. Okay, have faith. As a matter of fact, because I have to share a quick verse with you guys, right? Um, Give me 1 second, right? I did Bible study before we got on this call. I want to share with you guys if guys ever have the chance or you get weary. What was it? I just learned it tonight. It's Hebrews 11, verse 1. Okay. It says, faith is the assured expectation of what is hoped for, the evident demonstration of realities that are not seen. You got to have faith, people. And I felt like that verse right there has taken me through so much and has brought me so far because I know there were many times I didn't know where I was going to end up, but I had faith and I kept going and I kept pushing. And now I am able to help others. I am able to take care of my bills. I mean, just plenty. Okay. So the Mary song is Come Too Far from Where I Started From. I don't know.